Madness and I created this Total War channel to focus on multiplayer content, but that's not necessarily that we don't want to do co-op and head-to-head campaign footage as well. As you guys know, we were doing an Egypt and Pontus co-op campaign for a while, but that was kind of put on a side because we just weren't able to play it anymore because of desyncs and stuff like that. But we actually never tested it to see if desyncs would be a massive problem. Now, a lot of you guys seem to be getting bored of that campaign, and honestly I understand. The co-op campaign is easier than a single player campaign because you have the benefit of having another empire to work alongside you, and you kind of just steamroll after a certain point. So we were tossing around the idea of doing a head-to-head campaign, which I think tactically is a lot more interesting because it's two humans fighting it out, both on the campaign map and on the battlefield. There are two options for that. Well, actually, there are a multitude of options, but there are two different games we could do a head-to-head campaign for. We could do a Rome 2 head-to-head campaign, but again, because we have not tested it at all, we could desync on like turn 50, and then the campaign would be ruined, and we wouldn't be able to do anything about it. I'm not sure if that would happen. If we do a Rome 2 head-to-head campaign, it would probably be with the all factions mod, just because we want to use factions that people haven't seen before. Hopefully that would give us more views and get people more excited and interested in watching us play. So I think if you have not downloaded the all factions playable mod, it would be good for you guys to do that. One, just because it creates more diversity in the game, allows you to try out new factions that you maybe haven't seen before, but also because we're kind of interested in what you guys want us to play as. If we did a Rome 2 head-to-head campaign, what factions you would want us to play as. Like, there's a bunch of stuff we could do. I mean, we could do something like a Etruscan League, which I think actually Diplex is doing right now, so maybe that wouldn't be the best idea, but there are literally more than 100 factions we could choose from for a head-to-head campaign. So if you guys have, maybe not necessarily picking a certain faction, but a region of the world that you would like to see us, like if you'd like to see maybe a Thrace Macedon head-to-head campaign, something like that, let us know in the comments below. We're gonna split it in between two votes, I think, and I haven't talked too much about Madness about this, but I will get in touch with him soon. We could do the Rome 2 head-to-head co-op campaign, or we could do a Shogun 2 head-to-head campaign. And Shogun 2, I think, offers a lot of interesting options because it's a much more focused campaign, and we don't have to worry about desyncs. That's the biggest thing. Shogun 2 head-to-head campaign is very stable. If we do one and you guys find it interesting, we're going to be able to finish it. There's no outside forces that are going to completely ruin it, like a desync or crashing or anything like that. What I thought would be a very interesting head-to-head campaign in Shogun 2 would be the Otomo versus the Mori, or the Otomo versus Shimazu, or Otomo versus Chosokabe, one of the ones that are over on the left-hand side of the mainland of Japan. Kyushu, I think it is. Yeah, Kyushu sounds right. I could be wrong. I'm probably stupid, so tell me if I'm wrong. But I think that like a Mori Otomo head-to-head campaign would be really interesting because the Otomo are Christian, they have early access to matchlocks and a different technology tree and different units, but they have the side effect of being Christians, so that means that the entire mainland of Japan hates them. They have a lot of diplomatic issues, but they have the advantage of having those matchlocks very early on in the game, which is a step up on the rest of the other factions. And then I think the Mori would be very interesting to counter them because they're traditional Buddhist. They have sea power and easy access to the trade routes, and they have some interesting units as well, like the Wako Raiders, that I think you would make for some very interesting battles. Ultimately, it'll be your guys' decision, I think. So I'm gonna make two comments down below in the comment section. One of them will be voting for Rome 2, and one of them will be voting for Shogun 2. And then what I'd like you guys to do is, if you want to see a Rome 2 campaign, either give me a region of the map of a faction that you'd like me to play as, or give a specific faction that you'd like to see from the All Factions mod. One other thing is that I'm not sure if the All Factions mod makes for a less stable campaign than a normal campaign. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to have to do research on that. So again, if you know the answer to that question, please let me know. Other than that, thumbs up the kind of head-to-head campaign you want to see, or frankly, if you just don't want to see any head-to-head campaign footage at all, let me know that as well, because that would be very good to know. I don't want to create content that no one on my channel wants to watch, basically. So, I guess it'll be 3 comments. 1 for Shogun 2, 1 for Rome 2, 1 for absolutely no campaign footage whatsoever. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all later, and hopefully we can get Madness on with me some point relatively soon to talk to you guys and tell you guys what he's been up to. See you later.